Hello, my name is Debbie and this is Pouring My Art Out for the Lord. And I have here number 3 in my series of folio inserts. This is what I'm calling the Faith Basics Foundations line. And I have all the Faith Basic ephemera, I guess. So I have all of these. You've seen me working with these several times. I got postcards and word strips and journal cards and tags and all kinds of different things there. And I've been working on making some foundations to go, for those to go on. And this is my first folio. So this is folio insert 1. And this one is a trifolio. So it's got 3 parts. Lots of different pockets. Closes with a Velcro closure. Here's the back. So I showed this in a video. I'll link the card right here so you can check that out. And this is folio number 2. And this one I closed with just a single round eyelet, I guess, there. And this one is a double folio instead of tri. Lots of pockets again, and the pockets you can mix and match and use different ones here and there, and even mix and match between folios. It's really versatile. So, and then you can decorate them with the Faith Basics, or you can decorate them really with anything that you have. This just gives you a foundation to work on, and the foundations are neutral enough that they will work with a bunch of different kits. So I'm going to do the 3rd folio in the set today. So this one is folio insert 3, and this one is going to be 4 panels. So I've got 2 a little bit larger panels and 2 little smaller panels. I've got a large tab there. I have a large bookmark there, which I can fold up and make a pocket or do something, because it's even longer than the folio is going to be. And I have a backing page here, and this is just a plain background, but it's like a piece of linen fabric that has a little bit of wrinkles in it. And I just love this. It just really makes it looks like you can feel the texture. So that's what I used for my backing page for that. And the second page has some flaps to put on the folio. And here's some of our pockets. This is a little small envelope, a couple just different tabs and things. And this one I backed as well with the linen background. And then I have 2 more pages of pockets. So I have wide pockets, I have narrow pockets, deep pockets. And again, you can mix and match those. That one doesn't need to be printed on the back side. And this one here is some more pockets. I've got some angle pockets, got a long pocket there again, some smaller pockets. So you could end up not using all the pockets on one folio. There's lots of pockets, or you can, pair them up and use the pockets. There's little labels and tabs and different things. So they're just really fun to put together. You cut everything out and just basically put it together however you like. And it's just a really fun project to do when you don't want to think too much. They make great standalone projects, great happy mail. They work great as an insert into a journal. And I'm making a few in a set that coordinate, so these ones will all coordinate with each other. So that if you want to do, 2 or 3 for a journal, you can make different types of inserts and then put them all in one journal, and they'll all coordinate with each other. So I'm going to get this one cut out and inked up and probably scored, and then I'll come back and show you how I put it together. Hey, I got all my pieces cut out and folded and inked. Look at all these pieces. There are tons of pieces in this kit. I can't believe they're all going to fit in this little folio. When I was figuring out pocket sizes and you know, just figuring out how to do the templates and stuff like that, I made this mock-up, but I used papers from the Junk Journal Studio Winter Cluster Mega Pack. And I showed this in a previous video. I didn't show the construction of it because I was just, you know, I kind of was playing around and fiddling with the pieces and cutting things out and figuring out how to make it all work. So at this point I didn't really have a process. But this is what we're going for. Similar to that. This I just have closed with a little piece of Velcro. You could do that, or you could do many different things. And then it closes like this and closes like this. And it's a nice little compact folio. This one is a 4-panel folio. The first one we did was 3 panels. The second one we did was 2 panels. And this is 4 panels, so the panels are smaller. The 2 outer panels are 2.5 inches. And the 2 inner panels are about 2 7/8 of an inch. So lots of real estate in this little thing. I don't know if we're going to get all of these pieces in here, but we're going to look at trying. So let me grab my glue here and we'll start working at this guy. I think what I'm going to do on these flaps is I'm going to round these corners. I didn't do that in my first one, but I think I like that idea better. Okay, I lost all my pieces here. So there's those 2 corners rounded. So I'm going to put one here and one here. You could put them on this panel, you could put them on this panel, you could put them on the other side. That would be the front and the back. But I'm going to do the same thing I did on that first prototype. Alright, so I'm just going to glue one on the bottom. This is B. So I'm just going to glue that right in the bottom of this inside panel here. These basically just fit right inside here. So you want this to just fit them between the lines. If they're a little bit bigger than the way these lines are, just because of the way, you know, we fold things and crease things, just make sure that they fold over nicely. If they don't, you can just trim a tiny bit from the edge. So you got a little bit of cracking on this this paper I'm using here. Okay, so there's that one, and then the other one I'm going to do up here, and that one is A. So that one is just going to go right there. And again, just make sure that everything folds over nicely. On mine it does. So there is the beginning of the folio. Just want to make sure I got everything right side up here. Okay. And then we can start sticking pockets here and there. I think what I'm going to do is do one of these on this side and one of these on this side. I think I like that one here and that one here. So this one is E. So I'm just going to glue that one onto here. So I'm just going to put some glue on the bottom there. These pockets are not, they don't fit as snugly as the flip outs. So you can leave a little bit of margin here when you're putting them on. And then I'll open it up and just glue these edges here. If you're messy like I am with the glue right here, just want to make sure you're not going to glue your pocket shut. one on that side. And this is K on the other side. You can put these pockets anywhere though. You know, this is the fun of making these folios, is you can just put the pockets, they're really mix and match. You have to pay attention a little bit. Some of them were too wide for the narrower panels. Like probably this one, for instance. Yeah, this one would be a little bit too wide for the panels on the outside. So you just have to make sure that the pocket fits, but you can also adapt them to fit, because if you wanted this pocket, this one already has a hole here, so if you wanted it narrower, you would just have to bring in the fold line a little bit on that side and a little bit on that side, and then you could easily use it there as well. But there's lots of choices of pockets, so you don't really need to do that. So I got one of those on either side there. Then I think what I'm going to do here is a little triple pocket stack. And I've got 3 with a little notch on here, so I'm just going to try to find all of those. So I've got G, H, and J. G, H, and J, yeah. So I'll just see what I like best for the arrangement of them. I think I like that. So I'm going to put G at the bottom. So I'm just going to, this one will be a little bit smaller than the width of the other one, so I'm just going to center it. Put in these 2 wings and glue those. And just hold that for a second. Now these pockets are fairly, going to be fairly close together. I want to leave a tiny bit of space at the top here so we can tuck something in there. So I'm going to put these fairly close together. This one is H. So again, I'm going to center that from side to side and not very far above the bottom pocket. You can see it's just about 1/4 of an inch probably. Didn't look quite straight there to me. And then fold in your wings, side flaps, and fold that up there. Oops. And then the next pocket goes on top. This is J. When I'm just doing this by myself, I probably work a little bit slower just to, you know, have some music on in the background and enjoy it, whatever. But when I'm trying to do it for a video, I know you guys don't want to sit and watch me for hours, so I'm trying to just hurry, and that makes it a little bit, looks like I'm not doing things as carefully as I would normally, but they are very quick to put together. So there's that series of 3 pockets there. Now on this side, actually let's just do these ones here first. I'm going to see, I think I want to put these pockets there. So I'll put this one, this is O. I'll put this one on the right side. And again, these ones have some wiggle room, so you can center them however you like. This glue takes a couple of seconds to dry, so I just want to not rush it too much. This is just Elmer's glue all that I'm using. Just an inexpensive glue that you can get anywhere. So there's one side. And I'll put this one on the other side. This one is N. So just glue the bottom on. Open it up and glue the side flaps. See how quick these are to put together. It's such a nice, relaxing thing to do on an afternoon, or this is it's evening here right now, and it's very cold. I'm in Canada, so we use Celsius here, and it's minus about 40 Celsius. It's supposed to be minus 55 Celsius with the wind chill, which is extremely cold. You can do the conversion on your computer to see what that is in Fahrenheit, but I just know it's awfully cold. So this is a good indoor activity to do on a day like today. Okay, so there's those two pockets that I wanted to put there. And I could do these little pockets down here as well, which I think I will do. I think that will be cute. So this is M. Let's see what the other one looks like. That's like this. I think I have two of these. There's the other one. I think I'll do it this way. Everything really coordinates, but it's fun to just match how you like, what you like where. And I'll do this side flaps. You probably don't need this much glue. I'm probably overdoing it on the glue here, which encourages it to sneak out into the pocket. But what I do if it does seep out into the pocket a little bit, like these ones are dry already, so I'll just stick my bone folder in here and I'll just see, did you hear that little pop? That was just a tiny bit of glue. This one is, see, it's stuck there. Just do it really gently and it'll just open up that pocket. So, and then that takes care of that little problem. This one is L. I'm going to put it on the other side here. Just like that. I love this lacy look on some of the pieces on this collection of papers. It's a neutral collection, but it's got a lot of interest. So you can pair it with a lot of different things. We have those two like that. Now we've got this. We could do a pocket even on the top of one of these. Let me just see what I've got here. I've got tabs here. I've got a pocket here, a pocket here, a pocket here. I've got this little envelope. And this pocket, and the rest are tabs and stuff. So the envelope, you could, on the other one I did, I just glued it down here and made it into like a pocket. But you could also turn it into an envelope and tuck it into another pocket, which would be cute too. Let's see, what else do I have here? Could do a pocket there like that. I also have these ones, which would work as a pocket on one of these flaps. Which might look kind of cute, although I can't stick anything above there. If I did this one, it could stick above a little bit. So I think I'll just glue, this is F. And I'm going to glue that right at the bottom of this flap here, centered from side to side. Make sure that'll fold nicely. And glue the side flaps on. Okay. And then I got my front and my back too. I'm going to put a pocket in there in a minute as well. But I just want to see what I might like to put on the front. Even just something like that might be nice. I don't really want to hide too much of the floral there. So which one do you like better? I think I like this one better. So I'm going to glue this one on the front. This is D. I'm not going to go right to the bottom on this one. So a little bit of the front shows underneath there. Some of these pockets are finished on the inside just because they were on the same page as the folio and the flaps, but that's okay. So there's our front. Now our back. I could do that, then I would cover a bunch of that. Let's see, does that one fit in here? Do I want that one in here? Maybe I'll put that in there. I think that'll still work pretty good for covering that. So this is I. And I'm just going to center that on the bottom here. Closest to the bottom as I can get there. And then glue in the side flaps. These make awesome little pieces of Happy Mail, or just a standalone project if you wanted to just, you know, highlight, you know, some little thing that you're learning about, or anything really. Or they're also really good for like an insert into a journal because they're nice and compact. There's that. Now I think I'm just going to turn this into an envelope and tuck it in somewhere. So that means that I've just got one pocket left, and I could put it here, or I could put it on the back. I think this time I'm going to put it right here. So this is C. And you can make these folios a number of times and it'll be different every time. Even though the components are the same, you can put the pockets in different places and it will look differently every time. So glue in those side flaps. And I want to make one more score on this envelope. I wasn't sure if I was going to make it into an envelope or not, but I decided I will. That's straight on there. So then that will just fold down like an envelope. I didn't fold that very straight. Let me just bring it down a touch here. That looks better. Give that a little bit of an ink. on both sides and inside here as well. Which fold line am I working on? This one here. So then we just want to glue this envelope shut. And to do that, we can just glue these two edges and maybe just a little bit in here and here. You don't want to glue it right up to the top because you might get that on the inside there. So there is a cute little envelope that we can tuck something in, and then we can put that in one of the pockets like that. And then we've got these little tickets that we can decorate up and just stick those into a pocket somewhere. I have this, which is a really long tag. It's actually too long for the folio, but I did that on purpose so that I could make it into a little folded element. So I'm just gonna decide how far I want it sticking up, and then I'm gonna fold up the bottom. And I'll ink that. And then I want to just make this into a little pocket, so I'll just do a little bit of glue. I'll try to be sparse with my glue on this one. And I'll just glue those edges up. Just let that sit for a second. Then put something like that on there. Or I could use this kind of as my closure here. Let's see what I want to do. I think what I might do is I might put this here and then just put a little piece of paper in there to make it into a closure. I'll show you what I mean. So I just glued on those two edges. And then I want to take a little piece. I'm just looking in the garbage can now because I want to take a piece of paper that I cut off. There's another piece. I could use one of the longer tickets too and just cut that down a bit, but I think that would be enough because we don't need it to be super strong because it's just going to hold that little part. So I'm just going to round the corners of this just with the 1/4 inch rounding strip there. Then I'm going to ink the edges. And I might actually back this onto something because I wonder if that will be long enough. That would probably be long enough. Okay. So I'm just gonna give it a little bit extra strength. Just gonna back it onto one of these other scraps that I had here that I trimmed off. Always save your scraps until you're done a project. And then after you're done a project, you can decide if you want to toss your scraps. I would recommend tossing the small ones anyways at that point. But if you want to keep some of the bigger ones, keep them then. But before you finish a project, it's nice to just keep all these scraps because you might use, you know, just little tiny bits and pieces for something. Okay, let's see what we got here. Doesn't go right up to the top, but that's okay because I'm going to glue this on here anyways. Looks like I got a little bit of edge of that white there showing. Okay, so then that can go there. Now if I go like that, I think that'll work. I don't want it to go too far underneath because I think that will be harder to close. So I'm just going to glue it at this point. You can do all kinds of different closures on this though. I did just a little Velcro dot on the other one that I did of this sort. You can do the little circles with the string on in between. That would work really well with this sort of thing. But I like that. And it will just open like that. I have to be careful because my glue's not dry yet. And it'll close like that. Perfect. All right. And then this should be dry. I can put one of my tabs on there if I want. Put that tab. I've got also this one, which might look a little bit nicer. I've also got this one. What do you think? I actually think I like this one the best. The first one I tried. So I'm going to put this one on there. Kind of center it from side to side. Try to make that a little bit straight. Make sure I'm not getting any glue underneath. A little bit of ink on the fold there. And there's just a little pocket on that tag. I think that looks cute. That flower really pokes up nicely. So that's too big to get in there because we wanted it to poke out. So that would work well in one of these pockets. Did I have these? Oh, that is glued on the side there, so that will not work. So I can have it on the front, which is what I was planning all along anyways. So there is that. Yeah, I like how that looks. We can have a little label here. I'm also going to decorate these with the Faith Basics, so I'm not going to get too carried away with the decorating here yet. That actually looks quite nice. I think I'll just glue that onto that kind of plain piece of paper there. And you can make a closure for the whole folio if you want, or you can just, you know, if you're tucking it into a pocket or something, you probably don't even need a closure. This one is still kind of opening up a little bit, but once it, you know, kind of gets worn in a little bit, it won't even need that. My first one that I didn't see, it's already closing better. So you can kind of do this with your bone folder or whatever, and it'll make the sides stay better. So we've got that. I'll probably put something up there. I've got these little tabs still. Could put one there. That looks nice, actually. or on this side. I think I like it on this side because the other one already has this color on it. I'm going to put it on here. And just back that up a little bit so it's even. There we go. That's a pretty tab, I like that. So there's that one. Just make sure that doesn't glue on there. And then I have another one I could use on this side, which I think I like there. So I'm going to glue that one on this side. That one doesn't look like it's going to glue on, so that looks nice. So that's what those two sides look like. And I don't know if I'm going to use these pieces. That one is kind of large for where I would put it. I will, I'll see when I'm decorating if I want to add these pieces or not. I'm just going to score down the middle of this one. I knew that was not quite in the middle. Let's see if I can get that a little bit straighter here. That looks better. I think I punched the circles a little wonky. When I didn't cut them out, I punched them out. And I did it a little wonky. This is a large tab. I thought it might be kind of nice to have one large one for this folio just to play with if you want to. So that could go even like at the back, like that. I think I actually like it like that, and they'll kind of stick out on the side there. So then I will just glue these two sides together first. Just make sure they're even, which it looks like they are. And then I'm just going to put a bit of glue on the bottom and put that on the back. Just like that. Yeah, I like that. You could even dangle something off of there if you like. That would be a cute idea. So really by the time you're done this, you don't need a whole lot of decoration. But I am going to put a few little pieces from my Faith Basics. So I'm just going to grab that stuff. And like I did in the last video, I think I'll speed through the decorating part. And you can just kind of get an idea of how I decorate it. But you might decorate yours with Faith Basics and you might use something totally different. Or you might like it just like it is. So I'll be back for the little speed through in 2 seconds. All right, I'm finished for now. I'll probably add some more stuff. I could keep going with these forever and ever, but I really like how it turned out so far. I was thinking as I was doing this that you could do little themes for these folios. This one seems to be joy, rejoice, sing I've got through here. You could have other ones for grief, for sorrows, for celebrations, different things that you could just have in your stash, and then, you know, when someone is going through something or is rejoicing, you could just give them one of these things. It's, you know, you could write a few little messages on there, and it's a cute little gift. So I'll just do a quick little flip through of this one. I put the joy of the Lord is my strength on the front there. This has a little pocket that I see I glued a little bit. Just open that up. So I didn't even put anything in there, but I will put a little ticket or something in there later. It opens up like that. So there's two little pockets here, which I didn't even put something in yet either. And then two larger pockets that I put these tickets on, and these you could write on the back or put little verses on the back for somebody. And then it opens like this. You've got two large tucks on either side here. This one has 3 of my mini postcards. Bless the Lord, O my soul. The Lord is my strength and my song. And grow in grace. So cute little postcards on that side. This side I just put some of my mini index cards. These ones have some roses and books in the background. So just some lines you can write some notes or verses or whatever you want there. And then my 3 little stacked pockets here. I just put one of my little hang tags here. It's got date, reference, scripture, and notes there, and pouring my art out for the Lord at the bottom. And here's my little envelope, and I just put sing on there with the Scrabble tiles. And I have a little tuck in there that says sing praises. It's got some girls singing their heart out. That's cute. It sticks in there. Just a little label with scripture reference there. Here's one of my circles just with the sailboat and a little closure that we made. And then here I don't even have anything in these pockets here, or this pocket. I think, do I have something? Yeah, I have a little card in that pocket. It says Savior. But I could sing to the Lord always. I could definitely add more to this. There's lots of pockets, space still left there. And there's the back. So I hope you enjoyed that little project. If you're interested in picking up this folio, head over to my coffee shop. It's linked in the description below. And it also matches the other folios. They're all a little bit different. Here's number 1, here's number 2, and here's the one we made today, number 3. So considerably smaller, so they all have a purpose. They would be nice just kind of stacked together and made as a little gift set as well. So thank you for watching. Blessings. We'll see you in the next video.